今日もさて、もう
よく来たな。うん。どうせ誰を呼ぶのだ。
Rugby. I want to play using rugby. So apparently she's pugilists have been greatly buffed. I still haven't had the opportunity to use them.
どうするのだ。そうか。
I'll get my chance someday. Oh my goodness.
何か用
No,
か。
I'm gonna try it right now.
他に何か。ではな。
はあ、どこにしまったかな。どこにしまったかな。なになに？いってらっしゃい。
Was running out of eyes to study. They're so aggressive. Let's go kill a bunch of them and harvest their organs. Surely that will help us solve the mystery and in no way exacerbate the situation. And why are we now looking up the login screen from World or ground. All in all, this is actually one of the less weird quests, so strap in and Carol's Online. Welcome, I'm Josh Trapeze, and this is Worst MMO, a series where I play every
じ
MMO.
っくり見ていくがよいぞ。
Just drop a like on the video or sub to the channel for more MMO stuff. Well, for all the post notifications, and as usual, a massive thank you for all the support on Patreon and Twitch who keep the channel alive. Support at the end. Now, let's begin. Today we're playing Carol's Online. It's free, it's on Steam, and to make things extra spicy, it's mostly in Russian. This translation is patchy at best. It also comes with the super fun special type sync and free anti-cheat software, which is the digital. So this one demanding to search your entire house just in case you tore the tag off a mattress 5 years ago. Then into a house permanently to keep an eye on what you're doing. It's specifically and later. Launch the game and see those black bars on the side. They exist with the game.
For the fuck my thorn.
何のご用かの？
Resolution, and when you try to change the resolution, the game crashes. So we'll just server will go with Cirrus, then character creation, several gender models, swordsman, paladin, and mystic, all team generic. The cannoneer does look like they got lost on the way to a Bloodborne cosplay contest, and they all arrow spin each model slowly, like a sexy armored up rotisserie chicken. Changing the face shape is also a magical journey. You should scroll through letters, but they're not all there. You've got A, B, G, then D, which is not how the alphabet works. The paladin is wearing high heels, sharp, and Camel's jawline by an arm, so wait. Game starts. A pop-up rocket dive announces daily and then a scroll explains we are heading to Midlock Village because someone has possibly killed. We need to find out possibly why. Don't try and keep up with what the translations have so many inconsistencies you have to try. Instead, just admire the fan service, because when I armed paladin lady, what I really meant was skimpy bikini model, the barest suggestion of clothes. WASD movement space to jump, but man, that running animation is really something. That was really badass. Paladin will stepping
何にするのぞ？
on dainty waves skips through the flower beds, but this is what some skills bound to the hotbar, ready shield bash, lock on, and pick up nearest item. I actually quite like picking item being both a mouse thing and a bound key. To the top right, you've got the Pathfinder mode. This is a checklist of 3 jobs.
ラジオするんじゃ
It's
な。
actually a non-invasive tutorial, and it's actually quite cool. Like the way this is done. Use new players instructor, equal, restricted, or experienced players. The tasks are really simple things like open one map, pick an item, do a skill, and most of this as we play. First task is to auto-walk using the map, which doesn't work. Clicking where it says, nothing's happening. Start Carols. Let's find every C feature works fine, and the quest window is bound to L for let's go do some quests. But, hey, look, local spiders come like me. It just takes a moment. Let's attack them. So go home. Almost. Combat is acceptable for
家事をするんじゃな。
Okay, so if we're being honest, Karos is very much
今後ともよろしく頼むぞ。
in games with all same graphics, same force structure, same system,
起
same
こさないでよ。
same overall vibes. But Karos is, if we're being honest, a little better than most of them. Animations are fluid, aesthetics are consistent, the systems are slightly simpler and do actually work. The optional tutorial guide, the fact combat abilities are noticeably stronger and worth using. The fact you can actually die and take on something. Cities, lakes and fishing docks do exist with no storage sheds or cart tracks to take the fish away. It's very surface level. Fantasy has this, so we must put this somewhere design. No actual old structure behind it, and there's still ways for them. I really just like the design element of these things live here and those things live there, but there's no rhyme or reason behind them. why they live in those places. It feels like there's no past or no expected future. There is both even now and nothing will change. This design makes whatever game tries to live more possible to invest in as well. This is just text documents or conversations the player has with NPCs. Worlds aren't built on what you want to hold them. They're built on what you get to see, experience, and be involved in. And the world feels like so many other RPGs of this exact style. A copy of a copy of a copy, and the original is so far lost to time. Obviously, they have the same assets, the same languages of whatever it copied originally. It doesn't have the same truth that thing had that made it work. I've played so many RPGs now, I'm sure you've seen enough of these videos to understand the theme. It's a simulation. That's all the correct understanding about why it has them. But back to the game, is there swimming? No, there's a clever workaround to not needing swimming, never having any water deeper than waist height. I imagine the New World devs are kicking themselves for not, of course, it's another player with the traditional fantasy name of that. Kill an outlet and then can't equip what it drops because I'm the wrong class and paladins did not understand how it helps with it. Right, let's follow the suggested diary. Also note how as you scroll down this diary, this icon doesn't scroll evenly, but instead gets squished into itself. Take random way to progress. First task, level up, use a skill point. Apparently I'm already level 4. I was expecting to notice flourish right with them. Turns out, to get that flourish, it's just this. Russian writing development. Now, other translators all of the text in the game, and level up, which isn't technically text, it's graphic, and it can't translate them. Skill trees would be standard spell points on either active skills or passive buffs. I buy the Pierce skill, which is actually rather big around the UI. What's that strange orb to the top right? Oh, of course, it's a gacha mod. It's a gacha machine cash shop. It's a fantasy version of a gacha machine. Just 4 straight up gacha machines. And if you click them, traffic will displace them, which I don't think is meant to happen. You basically spend money to get ramp. So, yeah, they're not even trying to hide it. The cash shop is just assistant, which to my disappointment is not a government-addressed RGB super trade in terms of game subs. It's actually in modding software. You set it up, start, and then just watch the gameplay itself. Happened to visiting a friend's house for the controller experience. The gamer assistant also auto-views, so I let this run for a while, deciding to get back to whatever plot the game is trying to have. In 20 minutes of auto-killing mobs, I lost 3% of my health. In a touch I quite like, whenever you loot an item better than your current equipment, the game does actually tell you. The issue with this system is it does mean the entirety of the system is based on bigger number better. There is nothing situational, at least not in the first 20 hours of the game. Next diary task, organise my inventory. Click both the button and we're done. Next, drag a bag onto a bag slot from your back. Just be aware that you have a backpack, it's a special overflow pack. And just the overflow pack also contains the items in your backpack. So there's no point ever using the backpack then. Overflow bag shows everything in. They have fixed the auto looking issue only. That flip-flop map you have for the right click, but it says that. These two income elder sell excuse. Because every other NPC to enjoy a better village. Because quest is to talk to Domingo. Getting certain quests from Jenny Carols is really the dancing. Accepting a quest from anyone usually starts the chain of saying NPC again. Just for a quest check. I don't know. He explains he wants us to get two slightly, which is when on a quest you put the gauntlet-style arrow above your head once the question mark or the hand in. And if you click the little auto-run icon next to any of the quests on the UI, it will automatically move there. My entire play session, the only quest item I found was to look for a place, kill a certain number of enemies, and then visit a farm. Things kill, and I get sent to the main city to talk to Julius. While on I discover you can hear other players' sound effects and full volume, and these five thankfully, just our players. It is grand and stunningly empty. Everything is far apart, everything is flat, everything feels like a corporate office party thrown in a warehouse. Everyone's standing around doing nothing, wishing they were somewhere else. It's grand, yes, but it's soulless. Nothing about this is grand. There are a few players wandering around doing rotation stuff. Gilly as the mentor is standing in the so this is the trope of these types of MMOs in what NPCs are just hanging around somewhere. They're never placed in a respective location, and you're told to respect them. They are, despite never seeing them do anything that is of any use. Gilly says, yes, monsters appeared in your village. You should go and ask Anne about the person you're looking for. First off, how did you know someone? And secondly, thank you. I will be doing it. And it's on the other side of the plaza. She says, yes, I do. You should speak to Gillias for more information. Okay. Gillias explains investigation team to help find us the quicker investigating place. We've proven ourselves capable of investigators. This should help them. Just go talk to Dalton at the weapon shop. And now I found the monsters. It lists every monster on and shows all elements in this area, but it does not show the text pop up at the start of the game again, which will make possible. So I hope you remember that. Dalton the weaponsmith needs our help making weapons. The only way to do this is to go kill some prairie dogs. Apparently they have stolen some supplies and are now armed. So we kill some dogs and collect 3 bags of supplies, but they're not a 100% drop, so it takes 5 prairie dogs. And so it's been given to the non-guaranteed drop, the slippery slope of the mine. Dalton helps back to Gillias. He says we still can't do investigation until we're level 9, so the dialogue from now on seems to have forward slashes and hashtags in it. It's not being sanitized. This is the translation starting point. So I tried, just out of curiosity, to accept the next quest, even though Gillias told me I must be level 9, and you can do that. The game doesn't stop you. It's polio. It's help killing bears, so we do that. Says the spiders and bears have not killed someone while we hatched them from eggs, so we should inform Gillias about this. We're also more than 10th level to choose 1 of 2 specializations for our class. Each plays differently, so choose wisely. Games do this by switching them to a way to try out to each specialization plays like or permanent unchangeable choice. We're now sent to Simpson to get some better armor. We learn about flatter armor, special equipment, which levels up if you growing as you grow, so there's no need to change it until a much higher level. This is usually a system added to the game like a couple of years into the game's life to make leveling quicker, so a lower level player doesn't have to worry about changing armor or comparing weapon stats. But what you gain in streamlining the early game is in gradual RPG progression in armor. As I grow and as get harder as I advance, everything feels exactly the same. I've been playing hours and hours of equally competitive gameplay, take a comparatively equal power level to whatever challenge I was facing. Simpson the armourer agrees to give us some flatter armour. We get him some flatter containers from my being, which is more than a shop on the other side of the city. I can't help but think the city would be far more productive if everyone just built their shops a bit closer together. Now I do like this. Eileen is a shop and you have to actually engage with the shop interface to buy the flatter containers for the tutorial. You get the armour from Simpson and then he tells us this armour will only last for 3 hours of gameplay time. Destroyed, so you still need to pick up armour as you go. It's now a really strange feature. It's the camera. And the frame rate is much looser. Looks great. You cursor over better armor.
And should all keep the vines after all.
Now, game lags slightly. Starts to skin frames as we run over. It feels a bit janky. Test this with other items. No tooltip, absolutely fine. With any tooltip of any item results in different levels of frame drops. The flatter item is the worst offender, and I have no idea why this is, unless the simple act of showing the tooltip needs to take processing power away from other processes. If you are a designer and know where this happens, please let me know. Gillias now sends us to the southern farmers. They've requested help from an adventurer, and he seems to be the only person whose job is to stand around and wait for someone to help them. This, of course, means killing more things, and you can see the reward. Going to get some great. As a brown paladin, I can now upgrade from assless leather chaps to thigh-high socks. Now, the southern farmers help. To go kill 6 furious bear cubs, but not entirely. The exact name of the enemy. These bears might be cubs and indeed furious. but they're not called that. And games like this, mostly crime or killers, really care about exact names, like how Old Wolf or Angry Wolf or Angry Old are indeed identical, but technically different monsters. The next quest is Kill Saberfangs, but again, on name, it's actually. So this is going to make life exact mobs a bit of a chore. Expectations for MMOs like this are the same as my expectations for a Rockstar Takeout at 2 AM in Stupid Town, and no one's going to die, but after the experience I kind of want to. Carlos has given me 300 health potions, but I'm not going to use any of them. Tell Jason we killed the Horde. So these might be great to go kill some rage wars from game on Gene Babbitt wars. You know, it's shocking how many MMOs like this start in idyllic countryside villages, rivers, and forests, so you'd assume humans have learned how to live in harmony with nature, but no. The style of gameplay is always lubricate the wheels of progress with the blood of everything nearby. Rage wars are just reskins normal. So should I say deskin because they are zombies? Pedantic nitpick moment. The spinning coin graphic has one side saying Karos, and the other is a mirror version of the first side. That is not how coins work, game. Both sides of a coin are real. Is killing all the animals that talk to Pantheon, an NPC we've never met, never heard mentioned, and don't know about, but somehow do know he's the one we need to turn this quest into. Pantheon needs our help to create the ultimate sword. Okay, this is quite an interesting concept. This requires making the forge hotter than normal. Okay, that's pretty cool. This means we need to get more rage or blood, so go and kill even more of them. And then when we've done that, to keep the blood fresh, we need to flame feathers, so go and kill them. Now, quest about making world-class forge could be really interesting. Shame it boils down to blood. Here's the moment I try to rescale the UI to get rid of the pack of arms, and the game crashes, relaunch the game undeniably. It doesn't relaunch it, whatever you tried to change it to what it previously was, so change it. Now I notice this button. I click it to begin poultry running, and let's just see where we end up. From it takes you all the way back to the main city, and it seems to be a tiny mini-boss by the castle gates. Can I kill this thing? So I attack it and oh, no, absolutely not. It's only one up higher than me, but it has more health than I can, so even spam drinking potions, which is easy because each potion has its own cooldown, doesn't refill my health fast enough to tank the damage this thing's doing to me, and I am making no dents in its health at all. So I go and do since the world map at least shows the general area as an quest. That's a nice touch, so kill all the claymores and gather some feathers. Then take the alert system. The dungeon I can't tip to and the garden I couldn't kill. So this is the only thing going on.
While we're at it, I want to try Shadowtron again as well.
Killed Lucas, that I could have just doubled up on and save myself a trip. Then back to killing, and after all the death, under design what nearly I get given and also effectively summon skills tied to shoulder pads. So I wear this bear claw shoulder pad and I can now summon a bear mount. Make sure I get a metal shoulder pad that lets me summon a metal mount. You can tell which mounts people are using by the stylized shoulder pads they are wearing. I really like this. It's a lovely visual touch, which adds character and customization to your outfit, but it's also giving a small amount of mechanical information to the players around you. That is good world building. So what seeing is related to the mechanics you are about to experience. And here's another nice touch. If you use the auto-group function, it will automatically summon your mount for you as that is faster. That's a small but noticeable quality of life. I think probably the club there says she may have seen the person we're hunting. Going that way, could we kill some swamp lizards? Though he's a merciless psychopath with bloodlust knows no bounds, so I'm appreciating how the inconsistent weapon and armor is request will be noticeably better, and mechanically the game hasn't changed at all. So far, the only end actually challenged is the menus, and that's true of these Eastern European menus. Balance is non-existent at low level. Surely they're absolutely strong. Everything will stand on skill, so come into it. It is
じっくり見ていくがよいぞ。装備を変えるのかよ。
the swampy things now so the and you go and kill even slightly different swampy things because now you as well as the avatar of death. So while I'm doing this, let's just have a read of some reviews. I don't like chat because I can't read chat. A great ultimate level. G for the simple time from G, 6 was a bit, and Pepper, Tex. I assume he's saying very correctly. The character was immediately disappointed. Due to several passages, yes,
何にするのじゃ？
five options, three base options you can race gender or any matter, and he can choose a lot to be desired. Literally appear out of thin air, get a note explaining nothing in the story except a half-assed how one was destroyed.
装備を変えるのかよ？
All this is an RPG at this point, as it doesn't have an intro, not out of 10 rating from me. Nice. Game again, the first two enemies has different things. Really NPC dialogue, that's long. UI, is it nice sprinters or swamp sprinters? Get
装
swamped.
備を変えるのかよ？
Consistency is getting worrying. And this question,
何にするのじゃ？さてさて、何のご用かの？
explicitly told me. So, not to prison. Timing. It's the only issue here is the game does not have day limits up. No, I
さ
don't
てさて、何のご用かの？
don't do anything with them. It's the opposite it's trying to do. It doesn't actually count. The first time technique displayed standing like a mini-boss is actually one of these type of defender ends and new mechanic. As you get close to it, see a yellow triangle appear above the head. This is an aggro. You get to stay within range, you get too close, and the triangle turns red and you get attacked. It's not a bad system. You know,
毎度あり。
triangle upside down. Return to Chaos after our blood-soaked adventure in Murder Man tells us about the giant trials. He says nobody knows who made the dungeon trials. They just found it to a hideous idiot. Trials and dungeon. So you can pay to go in and try to kill things. So hang on, you didn't make this place. You just found it. But you set up a ticket office and they'll charge you to go in. Some sanctioned time. I'm really starting to feel like this bastion of humanity isn't the hero stalking in this land. Yes, explains the ancient and magic. Trials is located
Do they have an
inside of
there?
two people. So I'm guessing that the science realized to make the entrance for a badass natural dungeon. It's quite a lot of effort. So they just locked the house down, an NPC acting as a ticket seller, and said the entrance was just inside the fancy top. To one sake. So they've been and thought, oh, Chaos Coins, they tell the great
どこに
select
しまったか
was the
な？
dungeon. But what is no narrative connection, just hey, that was nice a while ago. So it's already noticed that over there. Angel also killing stuff, and they kill the enemy need to kill. So now I'm just waiting. We saw them. Like how the two walls slide around, making this huge square maze-like area. And so these ones we take down the normal trials as you call test master, and the game says we gain a new skill that is level ground. We cannot seem to find it. To have success, they give a gem box as a reward to contain a rare gem. Nothing. Something. Just a simple little gem which adds a passive buff to a weapon. There we go, you'll just need our help. Let's just take a moment to read the quest description. If you see
何々？いってらっしゃい。
something eastern of fierce bears.
いらっしゃい。何を売るのじゃ？
Fierce bears, which you see in the sound they are.
鳥。何を売るのじゃ？
For the same types of
毎度
eggs.
あり。
So you've got bears catching different eggs.
は
This is the word translates just
起こさ
evil.
ないでよ。
So we set off to kill 10 abominations against God and their chains. To prevent screaming, and eventually I level up enough to set my specialization class as Holy Knight. This does not seem to make a difference. Now we need to find this problem.
新しい力。悪くないわ。
Just a question. Don't get excited, it's not good, it's just better. So Marcus tells us a tale of friends, how they were skillful, a lot
Right on.
wanted to know.
So,
Then an evil
so,
came to the land,
so.
good plate sets off to kill the Lord, and then Marcus gets distracted and says, we must go and kill him in zombies. Tells us, yeah, that's what we're saying. Let's just have a story be interrupted by random. Don't even bother trying to tie the combat to the narrative, just have them. Give the player something to do. In case you can't tell, I'm being very sarcastic. This is incredibly jarring. On the way to the zombies, I saw somebody else trying to take down. So notice, I jump in and help.
はい。
Two of us can
新
take
しい
this thing
力。
down. But this fight lasts about 6 minutes until the guy takes
Hi.
damage runs off, and I'm not taking it to kill it myself, so it's still not meant to be. Finish the whole diary quest and milk temporary things with passive loss attached to them. This is not a real Eastern European MMO today. That's garish temporary. Interestingly enough, I
覚えたわ。
actually where the zombie actually wants me to be, to make found some zombies, and the quest seems to accept these as zombies. So I kill cats, so I can Zombies killed. Demands. Turns out his ex-soldier friend on his journey to kill the evil lord had a change of heart and one day just started mutilating innocent people, burying their bodies in the local swamp. Police reported signs of this night guy says he was wearing white red, carrying a scythe, running into the local chapel catacombs. So one day visit the chapel dungeon and kill the now evil lord. Now to get into the dungeon, was talk to Kilias, tells you to talk to Anne. So 3 tokens for daily dungeon access. These tokens last for 24 hours. Deck dungeon access NPC consecutive values of the chapel based on real level. Here we need to go to the first. Inside the catacombs, we have no main man. I can see several paths snake outward from this circular central room. We started, those paths are blocked off, so I do what the game's taught me and just kill everything. Which works, it makes a ball explode into a lovely carpeted corridor. Some flaming lanterns fall down and we fight our way through. That isn't dangerous, it's just a physical obstacle. So we enter around and then find a kill. The side light doomed in the fight is actually knocks the balance from there. Just doing noticeable damage. Guys, little smaller lights get some.
朝までお休
They
みだ
could
ね
lost to someone hands, but I admire you trying. Now I've technically done the quest, but this is the end of the dungeon, which the dungeon contains quests. We get sent back to this dungeon several times to access different floors as you start. Chapel secret is a
ちょ
narrative.
っと眠り
I return to the main city and then Marcus knows that we found his ex-friend, XLI, and he says, thanks, have these magical scrolls which make my weapon better. Now, and if that wasn't the most fleshed out, she needs to be a totally kill. It's the best we've got to work. So with that done, let's do some diary tasks, blink,
ありがとうございます
done, use it, done. This is just a recall.
じゃあ 行きましょう
This is a pickaxe. We find the local. My little board looks just like the top part of the nice gem biscuit. Divine, stick with the pickaxe as a weapon, get the ore, and then so he sends us to Sims on the armory, the shield, and explains how enchanting it works. Right, okay. This is basically, I'm guessing, the original tutorial quest line, which has been vastly outclassed by the early quests, which have already given us far better weapons and armor, such as the Fletter Stone, which is designed to make all this irrelevant, but the old quest line is clearly still in the game, so we ask them to enchant works with using red or blue skulls on weapons or armor. You cannot enchant something currently, so you must have space to equip or trait unequip enchantment. Now, that is a fishing quest for us, so we can confirm there is fishing in Garros officially a real a classic fishing experience. Equip a fishing rod, stand there, big other than try to outwit one of nature's slowest creatures. But as thrilling as this is, no time for more fishing seems the undead are unexpectedly amassing at a graveyard, which honestly is the one place you kind of expect the undead to amass. We get sent to kill them. Surely at this point, if you lived in this world, just start creating them.
探してみますわ
Trouble that they're worth with you. Just creating features on you. Take the UI.
Oh my god, you're right. What the fuck?
勝てそうな相手ですね
And that is why me and killing us now, the undead are dead. He says yes, attacks the city to prepare for a siege. Yeah, good point, Curious. Maybe if you spent the city value on close city, someone looked at a drawbridge and maybe hired some guards, instead of building a giant decorative multi-headed stone dragon and the world's largest open plan courtyard. Have a bigger defensive advantage. So the giant entrance means cannons. This is no.
終わり
He must get to the catacombs and kill them. So responsible for seeing the dead. They're in the same chapel as from earlier, so we go back in, kill them, and talk. And so this time it's a different. This dungeon is branching paths which will ultimately reach the same central room, which is a nice touch. And then I spent 20 minutes taking the identical moves and an identical equals to the earlier. Spotting teleporter, which I assume will take me further into the dungeon. So I step into it, because there's no labels on the let's explain what I want to do. Teleports me back outside, so I just wasted 30 minutes at the daily entrance time. So I go back into the entire dungeon again, collect them.
お疲れ様でした
So I spent a while killing everything and nothing. Then I talk to the NPCs in the game. You see, despite the boss being first, you need some special magical energy to unlock the catacomb door. So you need to add all the to the center of the crypt into a different dungeon, kill 10 different evil soldiers to get 10 souls. I wonder what this catacomb's always granted. Castles only after gathering everything you can hear with the unlock in the previous dungeon. The evil archers down here also blue. It's nice to know the Na'vi found employment after interest in Avatar died down. And now on a jarring plot updates. Remember the Dark Wizard we needed to kill to stop the zombies? Well, when we arrived back at the original dungeon, the 10 Dark Essence needed to unlock this door. We're told, actually don't worry about it, there's no need. Oh god, the inside might had another change of heart. Dark Wizard for us. However, evils and did use some gargoyles in another dungeon on which you did those. Not gonna lie, that's an incredible direction change. The plot line is the same energy as a child, just making up a story as they go. But I guess we're off to kill some gargoyles. This is a different dungeon to the first. It uses the same tile set and layout and design and elements as the first, but trust me, this is a check out the one actually. Starting region. And the next quest sends us to teleports made magic says there, and now the same thing again. This time we're in a big square rock city in the desert that looks so long. There's lots of check out the local language on the literally everything's out of a strange while substantial amount so I'm sticking west of the wall so next quest is to talk to someone called Chloe. It's actually a Chloe, just according to Chloe, she sent us to the city leader Sullivan, which the game labels as a salad in it. Thanks to the quest from Sully Sullivan to check my album. My god, I totally agree I could a bit better myself. So why is this guard facing into the city? He's the world's sovereign. Humanity's unstoppable. It will be punished no matter how much blood is lost. It will never happen. It's your job to keep humanity. Stay the limits. Well, we venture out, and just outside the city we find 2 statues which are absolutely not the dark login screen from the graphic notes. Sir, nothing to hear. Please keep. Now this path, which is a big detailist in ancient architecture. Then get to kill everything to collect. Send some dog team to the locals and lose for some reason. We're along even one. Find this block off it. Well, fancy fortune. This is a backdoor tower. Can attack it, but close it is probably an event or then, as there is no line. So, I am not entirely sure. In fact, since coming into this zone, I've not seen any points. The opening zone, exiting at the You're told that it has a distinctive eagle cry. You know, sound effect you always heard. Which, fun fact, is not an eagle cry, that is a red tail. Cry films and games, you recognize them. Eagles don't actually sound. Eagles actually sound this. This quest has us collecting 5 eagle skins. Getting the skin is left factored. Okay, I'll talk about inconsistency. How about this? This quest asks us to collect 10 broken claws of dogs. The enemy isn't called dog, it's called greyhound. But the model they've used isn't a greyhound, it's a hyena. But the texture they've used isn't a hyena, it's a leopard. And the specific drop aid, highlighted and underlined as German is called chipped hound claws. But actual drop is called claws of dog. That is 5 inconsistencies in obvious, and it cuts with me for taking W. Oh, that window is cut off slightly. Can't unsee. But now the strangest inconsistency. We need to talk to the bandit leader, Crocodile, which is spelled differently in the quest journal and the NPC's nameplate. This leads me to the strangest and most absurd conclusion. Names are different, making me think the NPC dialogue was confused, and the quest journal was written, and the NPC nameplates were made, and the differences of the writers not having a bank of assets to cross-reference, and they just ended up getting the names wrong, because they had to write them out by hand every time and haven't bothered to check. No, can't figure out that creatures are so aggressive to humans, so orders us to kill 10 of them, back their lives for him to study, and then 10 more, this time take our entire heads, and then go and kill 20 bloodthirsty enemies, and then 20 different ones, and then 20 sneakies, because he needs all this data to solve the mystery of why do the to hate and fear us. I don't know, Grogu, maybe because you become the avatar of death to them, maybe because you killed untold generations of them, you got blood on your hands, the blade of a bear skinning a deer in a jungle. So we start the endless through the cold and caring man. Bronco sings through the bottomless night, and then I actually do genuinely die. Yeah, he sends me back to the city, so while here I collect all the letters and get told that eagle birds are considered lucky and will protect the bear of the palm, so I should know some. I eagles, which would argue that their bones didn't protect them from me, and they had approximately one. Not only that, we get 10 golden claws too, and I'm not making this up. Make a potion which can cure athletes' foot. Stay is a so when I do try and go today, I get told, no, don't approach today, just aim. It's a good, lucky flower. If you still try to quit, a pop-up lets you know you don't need to shut the game down. You can off hunting mode, and then only face. Good game, unmute. I love the face emoticon as much as anyone is old enough to not. But the best quest was to cure athlete's foot, so that he's not doing it. By now, the lives are off. I am done. Karos is definitely a game. It is one of the tutorial tuning catacomb being used repeatedly as you advance through. It has some things which are banned by everything which isn't those things I just said, and it's almost as inconsistent as Adventure Quest, but has not the charm of Adventure Quest. Ultimately, it's not the worst game I've played, like a podgy table and a mediocre night out. You get to the store in a few hours and then to return. So, to end the review, Garrus, or Doctor 10. Cheers for watching, and a massive thank you to the supporters on Patreon and Twitch. Gentlemen, support.
A good place to start. My name is St. John the Baptist.
わかりました。
I'm ready to play.
さ
I
よ
don't
な
know
ら。
who you are. I found my
あ、お客さん任せとけ。
Even. Check 5. You single blind Indian, mostly summer kids, trying to look like insured big slave fish. Or, hey, go to Shield. In Korea, this the hit. Lady in the air will increase every day. You have to stop. Whoa, happy summer. First so scared.
よく来たな。
This is my husband. Yes, I will work you wholeheartedly among out with some friends this summer. Start summer with your friends and wherever you go. Grandma? I've never heard that. Let's see. You got a holy heart, you have to kill others. Nice. You didn't dry off in my shower, so I fell. Yeah, dry off the shower this time. You must have successful. In an attack that can send us from the edge of hell. The old soldier sees you, right? Well, it's tongues. You can tell a story about Christ. Of course, I choose housekeeper. Now that you understand anger, then unconditional love. I lost eggs. No. Let's scroll down to the start of your
ではな
selection. All will stop again. This is crushing innocent. Suffocation. My favorite summer buddies. Is it true? May my dying friends ain't only when
じ
the
っ
friends
く
go.
り見ていくがよいぞ。
The hottest friends of the summer. Bang. Jumping. Think I can eat when you start fighting.
装備を変えるのかよ。
That's a burn. That's not right. Yeah. Let's do it. This year. Bell.
Can I look through your closet to find the cycling shorts?
Sure. Thanks.
Start at the bottom. Start at the start. Or the start at start. Start at the top. Internet, right? Please close the door. It's so fucking hot.
Point your finger.
Do you think close it or just like this? Close it fully. Oh, they got this. Question. Is it? No, right? Question about the question. No, it is not. Do you use this? Yes, but I thank you for finding it for me because I lost it. You have so many black shorts. What can I say? I'm black. Oh, never mind. I don't think I need that. Can I borrow this for my contemporary arts project? This one. Sure. Thanks. I give it after May 11th. Sure. But that's the deadline of our dance.
さてさて、何装備を変えるのかよ。
ありがとうございます。
さてさて、
も
何の
う一段
ご用かの。
します。
毎度あり。
How can you dodge? Shoot. Like, keep talking.
は
Hit me.
あ、
Touch my leg. And keep talking.
と、
And he's back.
なんだっけ。
You're in I'm a real one.
どこにしまったかな。
Yeah, that's fair. You can see your eyes, young target. Are they blowing up today? Look like a fat man. Yes. Come cook your fried summer car. Hey man, hey man. Honest cool. Said that. Wants you on Twitter. You need a window to scan dress on. On to try it out. It's pretty distance the world. I find it by like a little flower they throw in snow. Snow
Nani?
and summer. This is Kegel, one of the favorite summer festivals. I don't know why, but I try it. I have something. Poppy and Poppy. Not me, that's your brother. Goodness, you can marry my dreams. My name is Ben. I'm not stupid. And I'm combat from very fun. Come to me now.
と、
This guy
なんだ
knows
っけ。
an idea. So first of all, you are not a dictator. You prove everything you do, and you can drink. This is one of the most popular pumpkins. Summer Kings of Pregnancy. King Summer's Cook. Like tiny death. I'm the one who made the gates of heaven. I make a lot of problematic rice. Amazing. It's one of the most famous summer kings. David. Happy. Fine. In other words, I win. That's no. I study him. In Chinese and happy. However, recognize that
はい。
I killed him. Korean Chinese. And is this the guy that you call his brother? He killed him right like while we don't think that you'll marry your sister again. He was arrested and they about when he falls. I was fired in my senior year in Korean China baby campers. This is the end of drug possession. Or no? That's right. Single-handedly stopped once from being stopped on slow. Slow. It's true. He said it. Back to the tunnel. You won't break yourself back. Yes, let's go back. You can't stomach it. You killed us. And you protect each of us and very close. This is unforgiving. The hottest man. Sorry. He was expelled.
朝までお休みだね。
Come in, take a look. I only have one bad name. I don't have very deep, my friend. I jumped on you, hit you on the head.
はあはあ。さて、もう一眠り。じっくり見ていくがよいぞ。
When I was a kid, I loved two things: video games and James Bond. I thought he was the coolest guy. And 007, the English super spy, licensed to kill, protecting Queen and country. German, vaguely Eastern European billionaire.
今後ともよろしく頼むぞ。
I can vividly remember having two James Bond films on VHS tapes, which we used in the audience were like Betamax tapes, but it worked better. The thoughts were Tonight and Tomorrow Never Dies, featuring the best Bond, Pierce Brosnan. I watched those tapes until they I said to my mum, Mother, that is what I want to do with my life when I'm grown. And she looked back at me, beaming with pride, and asked, You want to be a super suave secret agent? And I replied, No, Mum, I want to be Pierce Brosnan. You can't. DMCA. And that has never changed. I still want to be Pierce Brosnan. In fact, to be honest, wanting to play James Bond was the entire reason I got into acting in the first place. But then I discovered there's an old Hollywood curse where if you say you want to play James Bond, you never do. So after many years, I've accepted my true place in the acting world, which is to be the guy who turns up when you order Henry Cavill for a fish. But one day, many years ago, after he was out running around the playground shouting, Shut the door, Alec, there's a draft, or pretending to throw Jonathan Price into a newspaper press, I went over to a mate's house.
Why do I feel like we're getting something somehow?
64. And that was the first time my two loves, video games and James Bond,
よく来たな。
collided. I don't need to tell you how influential GoldenEye in 64 was. It's still considered one of the most important video games ever, one of the most important speedrunning games ever. It is the counterpoint example everyone points to when someone says all video games based on films are bad. So I would never say bad thing. GoldenEye, because I'm scared of Carl Jobs finding out all about some speedruns were faked, but there are other James Bond games, actually quite good James Bond games. GoldenEye wasn't the first that was shaken back in 1982, then a few more, including Die, the computer game in 1988, and James Bond, The Duel in 1992 for the Mega Drive. GoldenEye in 1997 was just the first game to see incredible world-dominating success. Then it was followed up 1 year later with Tomorrow Never Dies for the PlayStation, which makes sense because that was the next film. Now they changed the formula slightly. This was a third-person shooter, and it was received rather. So they tried again with The World Is Not Enough, back to first-person, but again, led to more views. And then they gave up and made a racing game, which was even worse. Now James Bond had 3 bad games in a row. Not a great place to be. So then they stopped trying to adapt existing films and just wrote a new plot for a standalone game, Agent Under Fire, and the reviews were mixed to good, so maybe this was the way, keep the films and the games separate. So they gave it all and tried again, and in 2002, we got 007 Nightfire, a brand new, if somewhat generic and predictable story. Pierce Brosnan was back, his likeness, not his voice, and we got everything you'd expect from a Bond game. Cars, girls, guns, gadgets, music, and close
誰
on.
を呼ぶのだ
Recurring henchman inbox. We got to take down a helicopter with an e-gun inside a briefcase.
他に
Got
は
a sponsorship with Philips shavers to tie into the other. It was a bit weird. Get to that. All in all, but everything which they bombed. But am I being blinded by some sweet QA nostalgia bomb?
変えるのか
Cameras and missiles in them. It's not actually decent. To find out, I've gone back and finished the game, saved the day, got the girl, found the bond. So yes, of course, I replayed the ski hut multiplayer level. And the little helicopters, all to answer the simple question: 007 Nightfire was it actually any good? As usual, a massive thank you to all the supporters on Patreon and Twitch who keep the channel alive. Information on how you can join this list of exceptional agents at the end of the video. For now, pay attention 007. Right, to begin. And to begin, the game does immediately, because after booting it up, you're thrown straight into the action with a shooting tutorial. Bond is hanging out of a helicopter, flying low the streets of Paris on New Year's Eve, watching a high-speed car chase as bad guys in black sedans chase down our fellow agent, French intelligence agent Dominique, driving a red sports car. Classic. Over-the-top Bond. The start is, however, mechanically quite jarring, because I remember playing this as a kid, and it was the first game I'd ever played. Thrown straight into gameplay instead of having first. Quick note about this playthrough. The game released on PC, PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, and this video on the PlayStation 2 version, because amazingly the console versions are actually better received than the PC version, as they contain entire levels that are missing PC release. So the intro helicopter level, you've got extremely limited controls over the aim of the gun. You can sway slightly, automatically snap your aim back to where it needs to be, and then just prompt you when to pull the trigger. You shoot out a tyre, and the enemy car explodes and rolls over. It's less of a tutorial and more of an interactive cutscene. Little narrative background as the game doesn't make this clear. We are walking with Dominique to recover
These are new. They have color.
weapon transported by a truck through the streets of Paris. Dominique drives up onto a construction yard, so we shoot out a cable to drop a ramp down and some pre-rendered cutscenes, and then our car shows up, and of course it's a self-driving Mr. Martin. It even pops up onto two wheels to drive between some enemy cars, and at this point I am grinning. Schoolgirl, now we get to drive that car. You see, Nightfire is divided into three types of gameplay sections: the first-person exploration shooting and levels that you take out bad guys and do Bond moves, which we'll look at later. Then the driving levels, including Aston Martin, a jump jeep, and later on the same Aston Martin but as an underwater submarine. And finally the on-rails shooting gallery types, where you're manning the turret of a snowmobile, a small plane. Each section has strengths and weaknesses, although it's strange that the opening tutorial starts as an on-rail shooter, then goes into driving, but never actually contains any.
Why the heck do they have katanas on their picture? You can't use katanas with them.
Bond gadgets. Uses smoke screens to obscure the cars behind us, and then an EMP to stop the enemy truck. You can't choose to do this, you have to. But it's a nice touch because the game isn't all about firepower. So we save the day, get the girl, champagne to the glow of New Year's Eve celebrations in Paris, cue the opening song, Nearly Civilized by Esmero. And honestly, it's an absolute banger. Music, the lyrics, and the visuals. Can't play you too much on it because of those pesky laws, but go and give it a listen. It is pretty good. So we create a profile and start a new game and choose a difficulty. We'll look at what that changes later. 11 levels total. For now, turns out some bad billionaire has stolen the guidance key to a nuclear weapon space station.
Good evening, 007. A redesigned piece of missile guidance hardware intended for a space weapons platform has been stolen. NATO has advised that recovery is critical. Should an unfriendly power reverse engineer this device, the platform's global defense capabilities will be severely compromised. Recent intelligence indicates rapid direct theft. Not that the industry is obstructed re-industrialist. Phoenix International is silicon toxic as it decommissions nuclear arsenals. Allied agent planting and drinks organization reports that Alexander Mason, British expatriate who heads Phoenix's Japanese branch, is en route to Drake's Castle in Austria. The stolen guidance device will change hands tonight.
任せとけ。
It's a hard
どうするの？
to answer.
some nuclear weapons, a castle, a space missile plant, stolen gold chip, and a sketchy anarchist graphite train.
登録だな。
The mid-2000s era of James Bond. Pretty simple mission. Drop into Drake's private party held in his castle chateau, steal the guidance chip back. Now, that's just the voice acting.
気をつけるよ。
Cast of Bonds, such as Brosnan, did lend their image, did lend their small next one called for him to renowned stage actor, also
いっ
watching
てらっしゃい。
Aragorn. Now, the first person levels are all pretty short, often split down into smaller, focused sections, but if you forget your objective, the pause menu can give you hints on what you're meant to be doing. Now, with short levels, you can complete them very quickly. There's the replayability. That comes in the scoring system and the bond moves, because Night Fighters do nothing fast, but stylish. You can absolutely just run in or come lazy. That's a total marvel of somewhat unbonding strategy. But if you do that, you'll get a low score. At the end of every level, you see a scoreboard to show you accuracy and dealt with enemies in each level. To help you have left and a few more things, but there are 3 things on this page which really matter the most if you want to get them once. The difficulty you're on, mission time, and your bond moves. When on easy, you get a boost. Medium, agent gets you double points, and hard or 00 agent gets you triple points. Now, finishing a level quickly gives you a massive point boost as well, but really you want to look for on the while the levels are short, they're deadly packed with lots of routes, sometimes having interactive scenery and different ways to deal with the enemies. For example, if you sleep up, enemy with silent weapon drawn, knock them out with a single punch. Subduing an enemy non-lethally gets you far more points than killing them. But if you do something particularly clever, you'll score a bond move bonus, complete with a little visual flourish and musical sting that you know you've done well. There are a few of these to find on every level. Let's take level 1. You can just run up the hill, shooting your way up. Get to the castle. That's the first section of the level done. That's a viable strategy. What if instead, wait for the delivery truck which is driving up the hill behind you? Wait for the truck to stall at the gatehouse, and then drop into the truck from the gatehouse, and then crouch to stay in. Into the party. That's a bond move. You want maximum points on all levels to find all bond moves. Finishing parts of levels actually can start a slightly different part of the next level depending on which bond to get there if you use one tool. That's not the only choice to get into the castle. If you miss the truck and don't want to go in guns blazing, you can creep around the side of the road, drop down into the canyon, then use your grapple phone gadget to hook up onto the castle wall, then sneak around the edge, taking out the guards. And that's also a bond move, meaning you can't get GB weapons. Just attack is one of your gadgets, and you can only use it in very specific places with very specific locations. Usually when you can, the prompt appears in the top of the tab. But part of using the weapons on the bag might be infrequent and actually use it. It would be great to have the prompt since you could attempt this even if it doesn't necessarily reach an advantage. Because as it stands, you know to grapple is always a good choice, often considered a good move. Might be ability to use this in other non-essential places. When you finish a level, you give a total score, and you do get a gold medal on the mission. Or something else. Or go play that mission. That's and speed gameplay to reach that magical platinum completion, scoring highly on these unboxed things for both the single player games with some better and multiplayer sections like as modes or characters. While I'll try to find stats on the global one, see one, something like that. Because the game is about you. It's literally designed to encourage you to do that. It's a puzzle as much as a shooter, and finding the perfect route, that's half the fun. That's why the levels are so short. Once in the sky, you can shoot. Take the truck, sneak into the castle, and now find the security room to let us inside. And if you play like a straight up shooter, this alone the subtlety of being James Bond, like how you select to put on shades and switch between 2 visual modes, green light night vision, and heat seeking on only see the and so close enough to see the D signature on there. low, to hide, or to jump out. Headshot. And about headshots, holding A doesn't aim down the sights, instead it does that GoldenEye time splitters thing. Crosshair, which is the angle sensitive, and you can guide it to the exit screen and turn slowly on. While manual aim, straight, left and right, cannot. Don't see the phone grapple and the two-tone shades, but how about the comic watch laser? Useless as a weapon, great at cutting wires or flying electrical circuits. Just don't cut the dead wire. Snap and trigger the guards, and they will kill you. Get the lovely blood trickling down the street of death. Thankfully, replaying the level means restart in that specific section, not the whole level, and if you die a lot, which you will, you'll get very pistols can be silenced or not, but silenced reduces the damage. Machine gun switch to full auto. Having some recoil modes our situation. I'm trying to be stealthy to harm, to use the heat-seeking glasses and the silenced pistol, but the AI in this game is very, very forgiving. As long as you're crouching, you might be in the paddle. Still, see, cut all the fuse boxes for another bond move and keep looking for this party. Another gadget, your item, is actually a tiny camera, used in very situational bits to document enemy plans. Does have another use though. The camera can detect enemies through walls and track them with a little green box around it, very similar to the blue glasses, but to the camera means you're not using a gun, so this is... The final gadget on this level is your car key, which is actually a stun. That'll be really useful for sneaking up on enemies, basically a last resort. Now, I actually got lost on this level because you have no map. There's no map on if you look around, you can find a map poster on the wall, which is a lovely touch in-game information to solve in-game problems. Now, what's the route? Make it to the party. While inside, not lose our guns. But that's okay. This is just my car key. Don't worry about it. Now, if you were a kid, like me, you had this game, like, this is the level where, to be honest, you spent far too long using the spy camera to take pictures of things. I like to picture M sat back at MI6 headquarters watching these uploaded time, just burying her head, and wondering why they always have to send James. So we wander around, and this absolute unit of a waiter just walks past me. Now, I remember this moment because he's so damn big, and this matters because he is an important character that will show up again later. I love how his introduction is so unassuming, and yet ends up being so important. I also love how Bond uses the gadgets in the cutscenes, because it nicely ties the cinematics and the gameplay together. It's the part of the spot Drake, but he's not alone. He's standing next to Dolly, Harold's French intelligence friend, and so we rush to the library and find her. It seems that she's actually posing as Drake's girlfriend in order to get close to him and help recover the Sunlight's chin. We also meet Agent Nightshade, a CIA agent. It seems the guy's chin was originally an American invention. Of course, Agent Nightshade is an attractive woman in a red dress, so we armor up, and now we can shoot people. Not sure if I'm the world's greatest spy or these are the world's worst guards, but we shoot our way through the conference room, eavesdrop, meeting.
There it is, Mr. Drake. This organic module we stolen. I trust this evidence as your PlayStation.
何を売るのどうするのぞ今後ともよろしく頼むぞ
Accelerate the other antiviral evidence as well. Absolutely, sir. And I don't training soldiers for them.
Get your hands off me!
What is the
I was looking for the powder.
Smart fix in the 9mm.
Hey, it's a tough neighborhood.
If this security breach leads back to Japan, it's your enemy. Secure this to the
よく来
safe
たな。
without she's alone.
うん。
Lock the
ど
castle
うする
down.
のだ
Oh, the Finch henchman is back. So Drake has the chin. Agent Nightshade has been captured. We need to get out of here. Shoot our way out, leap through the window, and zip line on out of there. We need to grab the briefcase and then leave. Before we do, ensure you use your watch laser to melt the pins holding the same door. And the rocket launcher inside. It'll come in handy soon. With everything secure, make your way to the cable car. Oh, hey, look, it's Agent Nightshade. Fantastic. She escaped with the rocket launcher, briefcase, and Agent Nightshade. You can escape, but not so fast because the henchman is back and he's in a hedge. Helicopter. That's fine.
誰を呼ぶのだ
Rocket launcher we grabbed earlier is about to come in useful. It has guided missiles, so dodge the incoming fire.
誰を呼ぶのだ
Missiles back into him, and the helicopter crashed in. Level completed, but we're not out the woods yet. Literally, the cable car crashes down, and now we're in the Austrian countryside, and more cutscenes.
Why do you always see it in contact?
Look, the central threat.
登録だな。
Oh, dear little scout, you just can't help yourself, can you? Thankfully, we find a heavily armed snowmobile. Nightshade drives, we shoot. You've got missiles or machine gun mode. Take out the enemies chasing you on other snowmobiles, shoot the scenery to take out some guardrails, explosive barrels, or crates covering tunnels, blow up some bridges and helicopters, and eventually even drive through a restaurant. Sure, no, but quite fun. And we end up taking out another helicopter by crashing the snowmobile through it in slow motion.
Looks like we're on foot.
But it's not like it's here.
他に何か？
Was this not here?
Perhaps, but you look like you need it.
I don't get much rest at all, James.
どうするのだ？ 別のようか。気をつけるように。
Scouts are more strangers to shoot,
どこ
drive
に
the
しま
accident
ったか
left.
な
And police will chase you as you walk through the street, so use the smoke screen up there and do not hit civilians or you'll fail the mission. Airtime jobs here count as one group, so it's a short but fun level. You know, for only having like 3 driving lanes, the driving in this game is way better than it has any way to be. Eventually reach the pickup point, a frozen lake, but we have a problem. Enemy snowmobiles and helicopters swarm us, so now starts a timed arena battle. And the timing is very tight. Drift around, pick up missiles, and take every enemy down. Now this is fun. The AI is competent, ammo is plentiful, and the whole ice lake car battle is just straight from die another day. Eventually we clear all the enemies and make it out of there. Now Drake may have the chip. His business partner Mayhew may be willing to defect.
MI6 has been contacted by Alexander Mayhew, Raphael Drake's chief invasion operations.
さて、
The death
もう
killer
じっくり見ていくがよいぞ。
set back in Austria. Exchange for our protection, Mayhew will deliver evidence exposing Drake's master plan and fire. Scheme that Mayhew insists threatens global security.
James Bond. James Bond.
These are expecting. Mayhew has one demand. To be taken by
何に
James
する
Bond
のじゃ？
himself. Or to execute his Japanese estate.
何にするのじゃ？さてさて、家事をするんじゃな。
I can show you she's a kind spirit. But let's find it.
But expecting other
It's great.
家事をどうするのじゃ？今後ともよろしく頼むぞ。
Time to mention this game has 30
あ、
minutes of cutscenes. That's basically one for
Nanda
So
ke?
remember Kiku, the bodyguard, she'll be showing up here later. So we break into Mayhew's compound and rescue him.
はいはい。
Using a skill on tricks.
朝までお休みだね。
Stealth bits with You also notice your basic code is now gold. This is an unstoppable upgrade from scoring.
はあ、
So that makes it a bit
さて、
powerful. You do have a fun magnum, which is better. The first time I experienced this, it was kind of breaking and charming to see a different coloured gun. I kind of wish you had the option to turn it on off before each mission starts. You can use the security system to work out what's hard through the cameras, but as you've not explored the level yet and you map, this information is somewhat useless because you don't know where these cameras are. We then get this great cutscene of all the enemies aiming at a door and preparing to fire, letting us know, hey, maybe don't go in there, but that's okay. We've got our special new gadget, a Philips electric shaver. Even as a kid, I remember this being really strange, but basically Philips had a promotion running at the time to tie in with the new film, Die Another Day. Sit down, step back, and then detonate enemies and flail around blinded. But even kid me knew that this was just blatant product placement, and it was really more. Thankfully, Apple is beyond such corporate shilling. It's this bit. This is the sponsored bit. Use code Josh for 10% off gamer subs. If James Bond can do it, so can I. Back to the video. The Bond moves on this mission involves shooting enemies from the shadows or finding hidden vents to crawl through. We eventually reach Mayhew, but he won't leave until we destroy his computer and saved his stack, so we sneak around them. The servant girls may be held at gunpoint. If you hesitate too long after finding them, The shootout gets messy, they will die, and you'll need to start again. But saving them gets you a kiss, which, I mean, by now James Bond is just a walking STI factory. In true in 2000 style, you wipe the computer hard drive by shooting the monitor. That's how people thought computers worked back then. Save small girls, take time off to go for a swim in the Danger Pond, and I love how you can shoot this fire extinguisher to distract the enemies and get the drop on them. It's a lovely environmental touch. Staff save. Now to locate Mayhew's safe containing information on the Night Fire project. Like our accessible dropping into this upper floor is considered a Bond move. A benefit you get from doing it is just a better vantage point. Environmental benefits instead of items from guns. So we grab the safe content and make it out of there. Fortunately, Mayhew doesn't get far.
We're finished here, Mayhew. Let's go. What about
任せとけ。
See her? She's a big girl. I'm sure she can take care of herself.
いってらっしゃい。
Let's get moving.
Leads to a mini-boss fight against the masked assassin. No real mechanics here, just shoot them along, grab the armor around the edge if you need it. But Mayhew definitely going to need more information to discover exactly what Project Nightfire really is, so we take Mayhew's credentials and go to break into Phoenix Industries Tower and trace some nuclear decommissioning business. If there's any incriminating evidence, it should be in here somewhere.
Guys, there's one of the evidence which will get you into the speed.
Penetrated by the truth. Might be hard work down there, and so has Q Branch. Find several useful items in the end. Betrayal. Relax and it's foggy. Makes guards and silence and knowledge. A decryptor to hack computers, keypads, elevator controls, etc., and finally, the Q word. Q. As a lady president. Plug this virus into one of the computer terminals and it'll run. MI6 to monitor the systems. Please try to navigate towards a usual condition. Shorter. Q out.
Jack, you need to hurry. They'll change shifts in 30 minutes. Up into the lobby. Tell my elevators.
Night shift is the mission which will just play. The only issue I have is that game still missing a few vital stealth systems, local area maps or scout pieces, the ability to distract guards, alter control routes, or hide bodies after you've killed them. Now, they always say you should critique a game that it does have, not what it doesn't. However, Nightfire released it to a post-Metal Gear Solid world, so I thought still stealth sections need to work. And on, you start with the tranquilizer gun, a non-lethal weapon. As long as the guards don't raise the alarm, you'll be okay. Now the whole building is protected by laser tripwires. You can only see these using the night vision shades. You can either find the laser controls and deactivate them, or time your jumps to avoid triggering the lasers. Again, I love how the back of them the UI element is an in-game asset you can just look at and memorize. We need to install the keyword ABC terminal to access the Nightfire files, and I've used up all of my tracked R's, so I'm back to good old punching guards in the face. We need to break into some code stores, and you can either find the online PC terminals which contain codes, or to decode a gadget which takes time but always works and does not set off the alarms. Just take note, your decoder is a flip phone, showing this game's true age. This was cutting-edge technology back in 2002. This game released the same year as Moral. It wasn't super smooth, but we do make it through the first few floors. Unfortunately, a helicopter flyby lets us know French double-agent Dominique is here, which led so to Drake. Climbing the outside of the building to get higher is very good, and gives us more chances to use the grapple to get into more vents for more obstacles and enemies. As we'll be back here soon. Stay the queue on Drake's PC. This is the fair section where troops start. Proof being shot at by local guards and a helicopter. You'll die too fast if you don't. Thankfully, you don't need to actually kill any of them, you just need to jump off the edge of the building. And a true Bond style body sports car full of attractive women.
So, two ladies mind giving me a ride?
So what did the Q1 discover?
We decrypted the life from through secured last night. Taking all the troubling data concerning the shutdown of the entire power plant on Northern Tokyo. Phoenix Corporation has been contracted to cleanse the plant of radioactive material. Now suspect that massive amounts of construction have been secretly carried out inside the towers. Needs to infiltrate the plant and drink is hiding.
Of course, it's better. We don't. But we don't.
And dangerous as well, yes?
That is well tested by technology, like those forklifts. Insanely expensive. Stop. She's here, clean enough for her children to swim.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. I appreciate it.
And so do I. Interview's over, Mr. Hook. All selectors back in position.
Why does everyone in this game sound so goddamn sexy? Okay, so we've had the stealth level, now it's time for the slide. Not just the space, the best sight lines and take pictures or Drake is building inside and then attempt. In a lovely touch, you can actually hear the enemy snipers talking to each other on radio chat about where they think James is, and this is great as you know which areas they're covering. I also love the visual touch of having a big flashing X light at the subtle but noticeable flourish to guide the player. And oh look, the henchman is back. He just straight up would not duck. You've got a few random opportunities here, but once high up, make absolutely sure that you take out the enemy snipers, because you cannot survive the shitty bits if any of them are still alive. Activate the crane, which makes it swing around and along the beam, drop into the building, shoot our way through and fire a sage. You can use this as a turret on some enemies. It's a sustained laser blast from the gun to melt the blast doors on the other side of the room. This is a great combination of shooting mechanics and exploration mechanics. Just make sure you take a picture of this gun before you leave to let MI6 know, hey, Drake is making super OP space-age weaponry. That might be an issue. So it turns out the decommissioned power plant is actually a training ground for some kind of militarized space force, so Drake has plans to invade the orbital space platform. The information gathered, we turn around and leave, and then Takiko, Mayhew's bodyguard, and it turns out, who could have seen this coming? She's evil.
I guess we could join it. This is my next cameo. Get more. She's up.
ターゲット捕捉行きますごめんなさいこちらをどうぞ
You can like this with love, that's why. Stand. Please. Now it's time to do the same for me. Stand and take care of the body. It's a good time to mom. You've seen much more happening today. I wanted you to enjoy this.
So we're back at Phoenix Towers. Dominique is dead, and we need to escape fast. Remember the vent above the elevator? Is it here? Well, it's still usable and still a rendezvous, and that gets us into the room with some better weaponry early. And I love this touch because it's rewarding. Player acting on previous knowledge. Now, Dominique dying is actually something that Bond fans would have expected.
これでお守りしますわ
Originally written down,
どうでしょうか
Dom. He explained he was told that
終わりです
in any film, and while they're all attracted to Bond, the first starts as an ally that will get killed shortly into the film, usually done in Bond's arms or close to Bond, make himself fall. The second is always a bad guy, and if being seduced or flirted with heavily, and then defeated in an over-the-top goofy way, and the third girl is an ally who survives until the end, but not flirt with James until the mission has completed. She is the girl that you get when you finish the mission and save the world. Knowing this formula, we can guess that Kiku is the evil Bond girl, leaving a third yet to appear. Let's see if this game sticks to the plot. All we have to do is escape. Without our decoder, we do actually need to hunt down some PCs with codes on them for certain doors. Then, well, stairwell, enemies will rappel down the central shaft while shooting you, and that is one of the most cinematic moments of the game. You can really picture this being a Bond film. You can find a new gadget, the Phoenix Ronin, a briefcase which converts into a remote control minigun turret, and oh god, I guess Drake had another helicopter ready to go. Now, you don't need to take down this helicopter. Indeed, standing toe-to-toe with it with any kind of gun is a bad idea because it will kill you. But if you don't kill it, have it yourself and lure it anyway. Case scenario, slap that minigun down, and use it and get to shooting. Helicopter is an absolute damage sponge, but killing it does count as a bond. Use the delayed grenade launcher to take out some enemies around the corner, and then need to break into the security room. Activate elevator strike. Line find which PC has the code. The security room. I know what it does, but I'm getting turned around myself in the past. Hint menu card that says if you can't find it, just shoot away. So I throw a grenade at the glass, and yeah, that works. That's a choice. I love it. Into the elevator. The enemies start time to charge down the shaft. So now it's a matter of not only launch laser to scramble and disable drop section charges. Slow, static mechanics. I love it. Reach the lobby. Don't bother trying to fight everyone. Just run. And thankfully, get outside. We're saved by yet another car being driven by yet another beautiful woman.
Mr. Bond, the lower McCall has joined the intelligence. On loan to MI6. Security systems.
Hell yeah. That was well done.
That's Laura McCall, another agent. An agency. So, who's Drake? Yes, he's private. Drake's space.
ありがとう。
誰も死ななかった。僕といたのに。UN inspectors have given the island to you as your unofficial visit will reveal.
Should provide
John?
They Drake's blind together. They lay out Martin also. Since this is kind of stealth, John's through space it's new to the responsive. It's fine, so we can lay down anything on it's not inspiring. It exiles in the middle. It's just like the GM to make enemy submarines that's it's too long. It's on this level, except we just engage enemies from a distance below. Don't take that so fun. See evolution. On these levels, which is a real shame, eventually technological camera discover traits of man. It's a bit. It's a little charity which decommissions money. Hasn't actually done anything. Instead, stop happening. He's got nuclear missiles and submarines under his control. So in this one, we take out the enemy control sub, and explosive charges on the dock arms and all of the subs, and blow the defeat love. Now, making sure to come. Sorry. Just let those LA parking. Still one of Drake's jeeps and drive into the island. Next down the driving levels are mostly there. So they have to smash into a small and security spaces. They don't strong, so just drive slow. It's safe to shoot their cars and then incredibly powerful set of defense turrets best taken out missiles from distance. But I say, I love that. There's some cinematic joke.
よく来た。
Then for some reason, he spiked against the turret in his circular. It is how
改めて、レオも踊り舞台に死者を出し感謝します。そうだな。
take down the enemy.
上昇しました。
section. Top center is entry. Make believe. You start just this section. Plan sections are pretty simple. Speeds up just shoot it. And eventually you get to this rail can. It's okay. It's the next level up. You take it off. Get it up. Use against the end of this area. Switch it between them.
Ah.
Take out the tanks and the small legs go to take out straight. And it's basically this whole level. It's trying. Everything and control the tight. And it's there to research into trade space with a lot of later. Jim starts inside.
そうだな。
It's a stealth mode. Now, crossbow. Best weapon is a scope, silent and deadly. So even hit timing, choice, and let's next with one. To be stealthy, that gives out the window. So we do this stuff positive way. Try the tackle, stand it up, and it's just for us to see.
登録か。
Shadows, this world is to be seen.
登録か。見事だ。登録か。見事だ。登録か。気をつけていけ。それでは。
Let's touch on Alex now. So chase her down. It's the main security. This is the last of the film. James decides right to listening to. So he lays out every security. Along the second, she's on down to escape. Yes, it's black. His head, she henchman. He's still alive. Supporting a scar. The ritual on scar that he expects an henchman to be death. It was directed in cyber machine gun.
Finally out of that stupid jungle. Although I still have to do the sub dungeon.
おお、お主たちか。
いらっしゃい。
See this, it was too late. See,
これにするんだね。これにするんだね。いやあ、君たち。それでね。それでね。しっかりね。どうするのかな。おや、何をどうするのかな。おや、君たちだ。どうする。しっかりね。
Defeat the wave of assassins, which are now somehow seconds to jump into the second to hide from shot. Sneeze to an air. Looks like multiple assassins and not just one.
了解。
Despite shot punches.
I don't have any chops. Damn.
She runs shot just like we did. In 2 seconds to make it. She controls that innate up and calm justice. Safety to her, she did to us. And train setting up to them. Charlie, she cannot make it at the same time and gets fried by the shuttle. Jagsaw's a death early. Intentional tricks tree ball into space. Unlikely. Someone tells them to slap on a spacesuit and into the station and Drake. Listen.
覚えましたわ。はい。
James, I'm still patched to Drake's clock system. I've intercepted an video chat from Drake's combat troops and overtaken to Drake's planet. Some of the original crew line still alive. I can't tell you the Drake's complete instead. How? Rather, I'm jumping to come. Did we get go?
Oh.
Football. Just fine. Nothing good stuff. starts the fun. Start 3D. Choose gallery half-time possible to use the laser gun to make fire. Charging equally to keep any astronauts away. Ask yourself if you so using those
Yes.
shots will set that to the first moment. Then missiles begin to arm themselves to shoot back. Destroy the missiles directly as they are shooting. So,
Yes.
It's kind of challenging as these stand. The missiles will launch at once until timing. It advertises to shoot more and connectors. The missiles all done the tracking cell attacks you, so switch to the other
Yes.
side by a single charged shot charging. Step into the depths of space. Julian left. Back to the ground station. Taking sleep. Landing.
お
Incredible.
お、面白か。
Sadly led after the accident meltdown.
The unexpected meteor showers. Well done, 007.
Sure.
そうじゃな。
Let's play some. This game has bombs, trumpets, and various buttons. Saxon King.
つまんの。
And bottom of the mountain, a connecting cable to the two. Two hands around the sun.
うむ。
Should have fixed the world. It's from top down.
感謝するぞ。
Thank you on you.
うむ。
Lemons also have the to having to sit around
むむむ。
and control the engines. Tanks or the helicopters with sides on.
おお、面白か。
Straight into the mountains. Honestly, not
つまんの。じっくり見ていくがよいぞ。何を売るのじゃ。
So great.
取引成立じゃ。
As he had very satisfied with the plan.
つまんの。なんじゃ。毎度あり。 はあ、はいはい。夕方まででいいの？決まったら起こしてねえ。おへん。
It's one of those games where 6 out of 10 is fun, and 7 feels like a little too much praise. It seems exist as a sort of 7. Except the game was good. It didn't do too much. The gadgets were fun. So, like, such rich implementations and never to choose it to me. The gadget and Joe's was instructed to do. The system was excellent.